welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing a review for What If, and we're also going to have a thingy Mahjongi in the background. But so What If was a really good show. Out of all the Marvel shows we've had so far on Disney Plus, I would rate it a second place. And then this video is a little bit different. We are also going to be doing a review of not review, but not a review, but episodes ranked, and then after we do the review. So yeah, pretty cool. So the first episode was What If Captain Carter was the first Avenger, and I liked this episode a lot. No, I didn't. But I like to say I liked it a lot because it was a bit different. It was this was the only episode that okay, fly, finally. But this was the only episode that really just wasn't too good. But because that episode was just Captain America the First Avenger, but reskinning the whole thing and swapping Captain America with Captain Carter. Of course, there was the Hydro Stomper and the Champion, also known as Shumagorath. But other than that, it was just a reskin of Captain America the First Avenger. But Red Skull doesn't make it to Vormir this time. So then, the next episode was What If T'Challa was a Star-Lord? And of course, this episode did make people a bit sad because it was one of the last live performances of Chadwick Boseman, of course. But I liked this episode. I especially liked when Thanos came in and he was like, "Yo, what's up?" And he was all good thanks to T'Challa being a better person than Black Panther ever was. So yeah, so T'Challa better person than Black Panther, confirmed, even though we already knew that. And of course, Yondu liked T'Challa way more than he ever liked Peter Quill. So I liked that difference. And of course, Thanos fighting against the Black Order was pretty cool. And I love how they picked the Collector to be the main villain of the story. But he did later on get what he deserved and he was killed by the people that he imprisoned, probably. But what is this pumpkin? But I'm not good at building on a phone. But so yeah, I liked that episode. And then the next episode was one of the best. It was What If the World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes? And we saw in this episode Hank Pym, Ant-Man, in a yellow jacket costume, just killing every villain killing everybody who was on the Avengers Initiative. As Hulk's death being the most violent. Not violent, but Hulk's death being the saddest, probably. Where's signs? Where do you find signs on the creative menu? But so Hulk's death was of course a bit sud. But yeah, that's all it was. Sud. But then the next they did Asgard came, and there was, of course, Loki and stuff. And the next episode was what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands. And I thought this was a pretty cool episode because we just saw Dr. Christine Palmer dying a lot. I think that's a good goblin. And then, of course, we saw Doctor Strange get mad and want to, like, do more things in sorcery and try to revive Dr. Christine Palmer. Because in this timeline, he fell more in love with her than he did in the original timeline. But this episode had rather darker endings, with everybody in Strange's universe dying. Ooh. I think I've lost. But, the next episode is episode 5. And I don't think I've won at all. How dare you? But episode 5 was, I think, the best. So episode 5, was What If Zombies? And this was the most violent story, and just the most complete dark story. Because we need the Dark Avengers. But, so this, that's terrible. But this episode was, like, just what if when Hank Pym went to rescue Janet Van Dyne, they got a quantum virus that turned everybody into a zombie. So I really liked this episode, and it came out with the best line of all MCU to me: I'm covered in Sharon. You've ruined her character, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so thank you for that line. For a now terrible character. But, then episode 6 was, I think episode 6 was the Killmonger one? Don't know how that is a goblin in any way. But, yeah, episode 6 was the Killmonger one. And, I liked that focus on the villain, and Killmonger killed... So, see, he saved Tony Stark, then he killed Rhodey and Black Panther, and then he just saved Tony Stark to kill him again. So, that's kind of sad, I guess. But, yeah. And then episode 7 was the Party 4. And, this episode with, like, Party 4, of course, which was, like, what if he was much more chilled out for... because he was an only child. So what if Thor was an only child? And this episode was pretty good. Loki, I thought when Loki came in, he was going to be like the episode's villain, but there was not really any villains. It was just Captain Marvel that came after Korg made Nick Fury go into a coma. But yeah, then and then the cliffhanger of that episode was like, oh no, Ultimate Ultron or Infinity Ultron is coming. And then the next episode was What If Ultron won, and we met the Black Widow and Hawkeye in a dead universe. So that's kind of sad. 4 more ratings, 3 good ratings. But I guess there was Spider-Man No Way Home fans, because that's why I based the Goblin off. But yeah, we met those guys, and Ultron just kept on destroying civilization after civilization, after killing Thanos right when he came through. And then, of course, after he killed Thanos, he learnt about that there were more worlds above his own. And then, thank you, Watcher. After the Watcher started talking, Ultron sensed him right before he was about to self-destruct or something, and was like, there are universes. Yeah. And then the Watcher and Ultron had a big fight. The Watcher's the one that keeps on watching everything. Do I need to build another goblin? It's just gonna be, lecterns. So, the Watcher is the, of course, the one that Why did my leg go? So the Watcher fought Ultron, and then of course he lost, and the Ultron was just like, run, hide, watch. And then the Watcher had no choice but to bring out Strange Supreme from episode 4. So then the next episode was what if wait a minute, if this is build battle, I want to know something. So the next episode was what if Doctor Strange was Sorcerer Supreme. So yep, this one was pretty cool. So we had Doctor Strange. No, it wasn't Sorcerer Supreme. The next one was what if the Watcher broke his oath, which wasn't really him. But we saw a Gamora from a deleted episode when she was on Sakaar with Tony Stark, and that did become a Lego set. So we saw that Gamora there, and then the Watcher summoned all the heroes we've seen so far, and then they went to fight Infinity Ultron, and they met up with even Black Widow, and then Black Widow shot an arrow at Infinity Ultron, killing him. But the only 2 episodes that didn't have heroes come through were the zombies and the Earth's Mightiest Heroes one. But they did have parts to play, as Zombie Wanda came in and did some bad stuff to Zombie Watcher. Zombie Watcher? I meant Infinity Ultron. Zombie Watcher is a good idea, though. Even though I thought there should be Zombie Thanos that would have came in, because he's more powerful than Wanda. Even though Wanda didn't nearly kill him. But I think he's still more powerful. But that's debatable, probably. But yeah. And then, so we had Zombie Watcher in this. Zombie what? Why do I keep saying Zombie Watcher? I'm just focused on the background, which shouldn't be possible. But yeah, so at the end of the episode, Killmonger, of course, after Infinity Ultron died, Killmonger, of course, betrayed them, and Arnim Zola came from the Arrow. Sorry about these brief explanations. But Arnim Zola came out of the Arrow, and Doctor Strange Supreme had to look after those 2 for the rest of, eternity. So, this is cool. Because then I could go, So, yeah. So, that's the end of Strange Supreme and the Killmonger. A Zombie Watcher? No. It's the Killmonger who was with Arnim Zola for the rest of, eternity and stuff. That's amazing. I think everybody's got Pokemon. But, so, yeah, and then the episode ended with everybody, of course, going back, except Natasha, who said, I am not going back. And she went to episode 3, where she defeated Loki, and then Nick Fury was like, you're not mine, Natasha, but you have her spirit. And then we all had a happy ending, probably, except for, Strange Supreme. Didn't really have a happy ending. But then the post-credit scene was Natasha from Captain Carter's timeline, and Captain Carter just going in and defeating Batroc Philippa, and then finding the Hydra Stomp. So Steve is still alive in this universe. I really thought he would have been the Winter Steve or something. But he was not the Winter Steve. So I'm just gonna vote everything love. But so he wasn't Winter Steve, but he was probably inside the Hydra Stomper, unless Black Widow was just there's a body in there, but it's probably not an alive one. So now I'm going to rank all the episodes from worst to best, And the worst for me was episode 1. Second worst or 8th best was episode the Killmonger episode. And then the 7th best was the Star-Lord episode. I really liked it, but it's just not as good as the other ones. But then the next best one was episode, I would say, 4, because it was just about like a Doctor Strange. Oh, I didn't get to vote myself. That's sad. But episode 4 was just like a Doctor Strange focused story about fixed points in time, which I knew a lot about because Doctor Who fan. So that was about fixed points in time. And then the next best, so we're halfway now probably. So the next best was episode, what would be the one that's better than the Doctor Strange one? Probably the Earth's Mightiest Heroes one. What if the world lost its mightiest heroes? And then there would be the what if Thor was an only child, and then the what if Ultron won, and then the what if the Watcher broke his oath, and the best episode being what if zombies. So I really liked the show. It's gonna have a high rank on my on my MCU list of like things and movies and shows ranked worst to best. There's gotta be a new thing every new year. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. Sorry for all the name changing, but I was focusing on this build battle thingy. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all next time. Good. Bye.